yes, Ramon SEO. To the double TV funneling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. This is Ramon Scott. Welcome to the morning steam for Thursday, August 1st. We're ready. We're ready. This is it. Well, it might be it. Might be a drill. I don't know. We've got pro football tonight. That's our featured coverage. I don't care if they're putting in a bunch of guys who never even played the game. We got a football game tonight. We're going to watch it. Yeah, we got Olympics, we got baseball. I was going to give you all the day off, but no, here you are. At least a dozen of you so far. We got almost as many games as we do people watching at this point, but we'll get through it. We'll preview just a couple of games, 5 games in the Major League Baseball night card and our football game. I think everybody's on the same side. Maybe a good way to go contrarian here. Take a look at Canadian football as well. Talk about the Olympics. Big upset so far. Iga, shame on you, Iga. Here, she went down to Qinwen Zhang here. I don't want to make too much light of it, but I mean, obviously, Iga had a problem with my gal Danielle yesterday, and Iga came back today and got pounced on, pasted here by Qinwen Zhang at the Olympic Games. Currently in action, Carlos Alcaraz, 6-3 winner in the first set over Tommy Paul. Looks like he could go on to win it here. Action at the Olympics. Musetti on top. He's an underdog right now, and I believe has a break already on Zverev here as a plus 200 dogs. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show. Not much going on today, but preview a few things here. Just talk about what's going on maybe at the Olympic Games here today. Of course, I think the one thing to focus in on, if you're an Olympics fan, you can wait until tonight for your primetime coverage. You got a job or you got go play golf or whatever, you still want to see it. You don't have to wait around for tonight if you don't want. 12:15 Eastern, 9:15 a.m., just about 3 hours away from women's all-around gymnastics final. Simone Biles, Suni Lee, the American ladies, certainly. But I just want to point out Biles, huge favorite. Suni Lee is a defending Olympic champion, and she's about 6 or 7 to 1. I think maybe a shot here on Suni Lee at 6 or 7 to 1. Biles, no doubt, should win. She can go out there and perform at her best, probably be the all-around gold medal champion. But Suni Lee is pretty awesome. Just a small slip-up. Simone has the calf issue, obviously, a little bit of discomfort there or whatever the case may be. This is the big one, I would think. Now, Simone Biles, even with what happened back in Tokyo, I still consider her a team player, no matter what anybody wants to say on that. But this is the individual. So whether her focus is going to be stronger or weaker, that's not for me to determine. But I'm going to take Suni Lee at 6 or 7 to 1 to win at the Olympic Games. Hey, yesterday we had my little technical issues. So hope everyone, if you follow me on X, I did put my golf out there for everyone to see at the Olympics. I would have given it out yesterday, but just wanted to get off the air after I had a little hiccup there with the technology as usual, but again, wasn't on my end this time. But just want to point out that in my picks, I've got some Valimaki here. We look at the leaderboard right now, and like I said, I'm on record. I mean, it's on my X feed. There's some other places where you can get some plays from me. I'm working on, not related with a sport. We deal with the major sports here at Tony's Picks. We don't do any golf futures, but my gold medal picks were. Three gold medal picks I put out there were McIlroy, Day, and Clark. Clark really didn't have a very good round at all, but Olympic golf is underway. Current leader Hideki Matsuyama, a two-stroke lead. Carlos Ortiz, Xander Schauffele continued to play on fire, and my man Sammy Valimaki right here and right now, two strokes back. Here, Emiliano Grillo continuing to play well this summer through the spring and summer here. Grillo, the Argentine, he's at three back. Tom Kim, good round as well. Joaquin Neiman within three strokes. I still think with this course and the easy setup at the start of the round, plenty of golfers will be alive here moving forward. But there's a group about 5 or 6 at 4 under. So my picks were McIlroy, Day, and Clark. And I also have outside chance at medalists here. I took C.T. Pan, who also had a pretty okay round. I think it was around 69. Valimaki and Schmid. I have Schmid up there as a potential medalist. Top 10s, I went with Clark, Pan, Valimaki, and Schmid. And I also have some top 20s with Zanotti, Yuan, and Campos. Some long shots here. It's only 60 plus person field, so they're underway at golf at the Olympic Games, and we're going to have some track and field kicked off. They were doing the race walk earlier today. So start to get some athletics coverage here, ready for next week with some exciting action. But there will be action tonight as well. 200-meter breaststroke feature certainly tonight, and the butterfly as well. So good day of Olympic sports action here. We're right in the middle of it, actually. If you're an Olympics fan like I am, getting right into the bulk of the coverage here. When we get off the air, man, that's when the Olympics are mostly on fire. If you're watching the coverage on NBC, getting no sleep to a lot of this stuff, but maybe today you got a little extra rest. Even during the middle of the golf round, I took a little nap there on our light baseball day. Let me say hello to everyone coming in here right now. We'll make it a quick show for you. Don't need me belaboring too much here. I think we all saw kind of what went on. But, hey, also results from the Olympics right now, just a final in, and Australia does beat Canada 80-75. Canada got the money. Where's my basketball coverage? We talked about it yesterday. So Canada got the money. Australia wins. How about Germany also over Japan? That big move. Japan opened a 3-point favorite. Germany went off a 2.5-point favorite. And Germany wins it by 11. Watch out on these Olympic moves. Those type of moves have been scoring here at the Olympics. No doubt about it. When I don't even want to call it steam half the time. Right now, just sharp moves are paying off at the Olympic Games. Still to come, women's basketball, Nigeria and France. Here, this one goes off in about 2 hours with Nigeria and France. France, a big 16.5-point favorite here with a total of 137, and I'm going to look to go over in the game here coming up between Nigeria and France in women's basketball at 11:15 Eastern, 8:15 Pacific, and then followed by United States and Belgium. USA, huge favorite here, 22.5 points. I'm not going to get involved in the side, but I will recommend taking the under here. Belgium not going to have, I don't think, much success. USA could get that money minus 23, but I'm going to look to go under in this one. I think Belgium's going to have some issues here scoring in this one. And Also looking forward to in the morning. Maybe we'll get Chad here. Let me see who else is here because there'll be two men's games before we hit the air tomorrow. Important men's action here moving forward. Let me say hello. Twisted was here first to get us rolling with his baseball card. I think he's got every game right there. I don't even know, but it looks like it. So thank you, Twisted. I think that's every side in total of our 5 baseball games. Thanks, Twisted. That's a man after my own heart. Thomas Lewis says here, like this video, subscribe to our channel, Tony's Picks, here on YouTube. You get me here every morning, 7 days a week, whether you like it or not. And I'm here talking sports and sports betting with you. We also have programming from all of our cappers that like to do the videos here on the channel, previews of games, including Tony T's roundup every day, and of course, our drive through coverage every afternoon as well. Justin McKelvey here, Curvin Cardy here today. Percent Better is stopping by. Great to have you. Dre is here today representing. And oh gosh, what was the big story, Dre? Oh gosh, who was someone from Baltimore did something in the Olympics, I think. What happened? What happened? Uh, maybe I did lose my train of thought here, grabbing a little shut eye. AOD is here as well. Terrell's here. Good morning. It says easy money on South Sudan. We gave it out here yesterday. I think I said not 30, but maybe 20. Landed right about 20, if I'm not mistaken. So we got one right here on the morning, Steve. Got a couple right here, I think, actually, with our Olympics coverage. Pardon me. And let's take a look here with Elliot. Good morning. Kelvin's here. Kay, hello. And Darren's here and Trevor. We're going to go over to tonyspicks.com and take a look at the handicappers from yesterday and see who did well with our Major League Baseball coverage. We'll also, like I said, preview that NFL game. You guys previewed it yesterday with telling me about Caleb Williams. I was not shocked that he would not play, certainly, but they've got the extra game. We'll say this. I mean, it is overwhelming the amount of bettors it looks like at this point on the Houston Texans in this game. So we'll see how it goes here today with our NFL game. I think we're just all looking forward to a little bit of football and see what happens at the Hall of Fame game in Canton. All right, I've got Tony'sPicks.com ready to go. See who did well yesterday on the site. Let me see here. Oh, let me grab my sheet here from yesterday and take a look at what happened with some of the action. I had a premium. I think I had a premium pick winner here somewhere on the card yesterday. With let's take a look here with our consensus plays anyway. Here we go. Let me go over to the websites and check out the hot handicappers with. Whoops. There we go. Oh, here we go. All right. Joseph Schultz, 3-0 yesterday. Perfect record. Jonathan Solo Malone, he's up 3 units as well at 5-2. Hollywood Sam won his only play. Tiffany Mance, 2-1. Ron Crawford in the profit yesterday. Solo Malone's up over 8 units over the last 7 days. Tony's Picks VIP up 6 3/4 units. Mark Butterscotch Eubanks up over 5.5 units. There's Scott Doubles Shooty. He's up nearly 5 units, and Stephen Duncan, 4 2/3 units profit. Good crew right there. For the last 30 days, Brandon Check up 1370 here. Ben Ruhala up 8.5 units. Daniel Velocichuk almost 7.5 units profit. Bo Dunn, 6 1/4 units profit. And Scott Double Shooty's up nearly 4 units of profit over the last 30 days. So check us out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages, including mine. I'll try to come up with a little something, maybe a 3-pack or I don't know, maybe a 5-pack. We need some action today here at the website with our card today. So check us out. And use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20% off all premium pick packages. Okay. So, all right. Maybe I could just mention then here. Let's see a few more comments here. And Terrell says Bears reserves usually play hard in their first preseason game. And again, they're getting the fourth game here while everybody else will play three. Uh, I would say in the game, maybe we'll start with football because we're so excited today. And the baseball, oh, boring. Not really, but all right. I'll go over and get started, though. Why not? Let's talk about football, you guys. Let's talk NFL football to start the show. Shall we? Here, let me roll back over and get the show kind of started here with our previews here. So, all right. I was just checking to see if there's anything breaking at the Olympics here. But if anything, I get it, you guys. We saw the Algerian boxer defeat her opponent, and she's had, you know, a little bit of, the Olympic style drug testing is pretty severe. So, someone who's going to have maybe those elevated testosterone levels, say what you want about the situation there, but it is pretty serious and rugged testing, and some people test a little differently than others. Thomas says he's got Hall of Fame game first half and full game under in the game today. Let's bring it up on screen, shall we? I don't know. Like I said, uh, talk a little bit maybe about what happened yesterday at the Olympics. USA rocked South Sudan with the incredible bench performance yesterday. And you know what? Joel Embiid, he's not going to play against anybody. It looks like he'll just sit every game except when they play Serbia because when they need that defensive presence. So that, that's the way things are working out when you got so much talent. USA over Australia. 2-1 in soccer. Trinity Rodman with a goal. And of course, Katie Ledecky yesterday with that big time explosion there in the 1500 free. And she ended up, I think she was heading down one lap of the pool and everybody else was going the other way already. She just romped there to the victory. All right. Oh, pardon me. Here we go. Let's go to the show. What else? Luis, hello. And let's go over to our football game. You guys can preview it for me. It feels like the Texans a favorite now over the Bears here. And hey, the Bears have my man Tyson Bagent here going, the record-setting quarterback, no matter how you look at it, whatever level of play, you can only be the best you can be. And of course, a Bagent, a record-setting college quarterback, certainly, even if it wasn't at the Division I level at Shepherd University. We talked about him last year, when he got his opportunity. So and there's no doubt about it. He's one of the all-time greats at the Division II level, maybe the greatest quarterback ever from Division II statistically. And hey, it's a pretty good option. He was able to play in a number of games as a quarterback, starting a little bit too in the National Football League. So give Tyson Bagent some credit here, but I just the Texans should be a team with much better depth. I would think. I think you have to. I think you have a Texans team that certainly. I understand that people maybe want to call the Texans back a little bit from, a rookie quarterback last year, but remember all the issues they had. And hey, I understand, we might not get everybody, but I would think the Texans would have a ton of more depth than the Chicago Bears. Yeah, the Bears are going to be, as we said yesterday, maybe be that team that can be kind of, a team that's kind of looking for the preseason to get its feet wet. Well, if they are, then why aren't you playing your number one draft pick that's totally green? I guess this guy is just so good. He's a Heisman Trophy winner that went 7-5 last year, so he'll just walk right in and light up the league. Obviously, here, and Bears will probably be one of the best teams in the league because I've been listening to this guy all week, all month, telling me how good he is and how good his team will be. I got big time question mark here with Williams moving forward here with the Bears. So good luck to him. I'll be pulling for him certainly because hey, anybody who talks a good game and you want them to back it up so that you want a little machismo. But I would look overall. I think the Bears, they're gonna 31, that's pretty lean. I understand that. I'm probably going to go under. Here is my play for the show today. The Bears start a 1 point favorite, and yesterday it moved when you guys were telling me that what the Bears' plans were here today for the show. But I look at the Texans as a team that has a real good program right now, a playoff caliber team. Now, in general, when talking about the Texans for their prospects this season, and look, if you want to downgrade them and say, you know, that you don't think that their great quarterback will follow up. I don't know. I think he is something special. And remember, he had to go through all those receivers through got injured last year, bringing new guys up. Now, if they're all going to be hopefully healthy, I like their chances moving forward. But again, I think the depth for me today in the Texans here. But it's Hall of Fame game. You look at a game with a total of 31, so the final score is expected to be right in the 17-14 range. And I don't know if we'll even get 4 touchdowns. Some of the drives may end up in field goals here. Remember, neutral site game. Let's get, if you want to comment, go ahead. It's nothing to get too crazy with here, but we just want to see a game. We want to see a football game. Justin took him as a dog. And Curvin says Chicago and over. Chicago will be the far minority team here today as far as the public is concerned, it feels like to me. I think a lot of people might be looking. I think the general thought is no Williams, so the Texans became the favorite. That doesn't make any sense. We've never even seen this guy take a snap. And as far as I'm concerned, like I said, I'm more of a jury is out kind of guy here. I don't look at him as a can't miss. I have big time questions here. I'm glad he's got a lot of, positive thinking in his, because remember, I don't know, the public was kind of talking about how soft Williams was with, crying after after the regular season loss and all that. But anyways, I'll stop talking about him, Thomas, because he's not even going to be in there. So, all right, Terrell, great point here in a way, right there, and I think that's why you'll see maybe talking about some of these games moving forward. In fact, Terrell, I didn't talk about those other plays that I wanted to go with for tomorrow in the Olympics in basketball. Tomorrow, I guess maybe we can wait but you talk about the teams. And I'm on football and now I want to talk Olympics basketball, but like the comparison of the FIBA rules, Terrell, right? So you look at a team like Germany. I know they're favored now over France, and I think that's real interesting, right? A 3-point favorite, Germany over home team France, and their stars too. So I think it's real interesting because I think Germany is that team in a way that I think if I was looking for one team right now, maybe Serbia or whatever is going on. But to me, I don't know. I think Germany looks like that outsider with a little bit of a decent price right now, and the way things are going at the Olympics men's basketball competition. I want to take Japan over Brazil. tomorrow. I think they're going to be almost a toss up actually in that game, and I'm going to take Japan over Brazil, and then Greece and Australia. I don't know if I can come up with anything here right now on the show, and that game is going to go off when we are basically. Oh, you know what? It is at 8. Okay. Oh no, I think that one's going to be on the air tomorrow when we're just wrapping up at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. But Greece and Australia, I don't know if I have anything. I would think also I kind of like Australia to win that game. The spread's been going higher. Anyways, let's get moving here on the football game a little bit here. Blake says the Texans might get 31 on their own. I would think, to me, I'm going to go with the under as my play. I've got a premium on the side, so hopefully check out my premium today, you guys. All right. John says, "Hey, Bears have had a good defense. That defense was rolling. They finished 7-10 last year. They'll play a little bit weaker schedule this year, so they can improve." He says here, and they can get to the wild card. So that's good news for the Bears because I really this program, the way it's been going, John, you know that would be great if they could get something going and try to get to a playoff because it has been a little bit rough here of late. So, all right, Dre wants to go over in the football game. And did I see some comments about? We weren't talking about it in here, right? Let me get some more comments on the football, but just wanted to talk a little bit about. I don't know if anybody's talking about the kickoff rules. Saw some people saying, how it's not going to be very. And I think they made some late changes right now before we get started. I think this is for this season. Talking about what was it here? I should have investigated further because it was something. It was little bit late breaking, but NFL, they've made adjustments on the new kickoff rule. There looks like they could bar the onside kick in the first, second, and third quarters. And then if you are going to use an onside kick, you have to be trailing, and then you must announce you're going to use an onside kick. So it's not great, really looking, because that takes away the full element of surprise, and you can never do it. They don't have that thing where you can get a touchdown here, right? But here's the thing with the new kickoff rule. I was skeptical. I'm very skeptical of any kind of weird adjustments to the kickoff rules. But in an interview last week with a offensive analyst for a Division One program who was a coach in Europe where they had been using that new kickoff rule, and he had been with a program that were the best in the league at the new kickoff. He attended an NFL coaches camp where a lot of people were quizzing him and grilling him a little bit. Now they have a lot of experts. He admitted that he was not a true expert on it. He might have been a bit humble actually, because again, in that European league, the European League of American Football, the biggest European league anyway. And he was a coach with the Vienna Vikings who led the league in kickoffs. He says that this is actually going to be a more effective, more exciting, and a better rule once you get used to it. So I still, my antenna is up. Skeptical because we're old. I'm old, so I just want a traditional kickoff here. I don't think safety. Look, put those guardian caps on. There's nothing we can do there. You can't. We could do everything we can. If they make everybody wear guardian caps or whatever, that's fine. Whatever we can do to make it safer. But I don't think one kickoff or several kickoffs were going to make the difference. But that's just something moving forward. Okay, let me get a few more comments here on the football game. We're previewing NFL. We'll be doing it for the next couple weeks with our preseason coverage. Trey goes over, and this is what I was talking about. And Terrell says, sometimes a lack of defense here. In general, of course, preseason games, low totals, get in, get out, nobody get hurt, run the ball. Nobody's going for home runs. There's never really any pressure. At the end of the game, you can throw your a younger quarterback out there and try to get a late touchdown drive, do something exciting, and give someone a chance to play a little bit of quarterback under pressure. But no one's under a huge urgency to score touchdowns all the time. You're working on your plays. You're just trying to see how things work out and stuff like that. So Howard, hello. Teresa, hello. And here, Johnny's loving his Bears, man. We're talking everything Bears here today. Hopefully, I'm pulling for him. The world is better with the Bears are good. All right, Jermaine. Now we haven't even started baseball yet. Blake doesn't like it. I'm Blake. Same thing. I did not want to like it, and we'll see. But I trust this person who actually is like kind of an up and coming star coach. Like you said, you're forced to go with the rules, and maybe he was just talking it up. But again, I'm going to take his word for it that maybe it will be okay in some certain situation like this. I've been wrong, like Arthur Fonzarelli says. I was wrong. All right. Yeah, well, Thomas, I think the one thing though about it is in the fourth quarter when we know that the onside kick is coming, then in when it's in the past, they know it was coming. So I think here you still know it's coming. So I don't know. John says nobody will do it like some of these guys ever again. And they were telling me about the way though. Here's the thing is. Let's see who does it. Which team will do it, you guys? I'm going to call it right here. And he was explaining it to me how, uh, some teams are doing it. You know what you need to do if you're the kicking team in the new NFL rule? Because look, you can still boot it out the back of the end zone for a touchback. But with the new kickoff rule, you don't want to do that if you're the kicking team. You want to drop it in the zone so that they have to return it. And you know what kicking teams are doing? The ones that are most successful? You get like a safety to kick off the ball because then you don't have a kicker out there. You've got 11 men defending. And that's just something some of the teams were doing is using a tackling player to kick the ball because as long as you have someone who is a decent kicker, you're trying to kick it between the 20 and the goal line, which is what, a lot of teams try to do anyways to a certain extent if they don't boot it out of the back of the end. So that's football coverage for today. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk more preseason football in the days to come. I'll take the under tonight, and maybe it will be one side. I don't know. Get my premium play here at Tony'sPicks.com. We're 45 minutes in. Well, we're 30 minutes in. We haven't even previewed a baseball game yet. Let's get ready. Talk Major League Baseball here today with our 5 games. So maybe I'm just stalling the show. So because once you guys leave me, I'm all by myself. Some steam did just come in. You might have heard in the background. Let's call it our one steam play so far, or maybe I'll tell you the other one that came in overnight. But just moments ago, we did have the steam come in here on the Marlins and the Braves game to go under. That steam just came in. It was under 9 just moments ago. And right now, let me look at that total. And it's 8.5 flat at Circa, 8.5 over 13 at Bet Online. So definitely came down from 9. There were probably a few 8.5s already out there. So I don't know how heavy this is. The public tickets are running very, very strong on the under in this game. And now the Sharps look to have been coming in and moved the game as well. So that was Miami and Atlanta. But let's start it off here with Trevor Rogers. He's found his way to Baltimore here, I think, and we'll get the start here today against Ben Lively and the Guardians. Is the game currently a pick'em? Yeah, for the most part, I think definitely. Some of the books don't even have this game yet because I think the Orioles have to make a corresponding move here to activate their players. I don't know if I caught whether they did or not actually, but usually when you see the book listing undecided and the line not up there, sometimes because it feels like we know that Rogers is expected to get this start here. He had a 3.8 ERA in his last four starts before uh, being dealt for my man Kyle Stowers, I guess, was in that trade. And uh, Marlins were 5-2 with Trevor Rogers in his last seven starts. He started to pick it up there a little bit. Baltimore has won four of their last five coming in. They're 11-5 in their road series openers this season. Ben Lively's looked pretty good here of late. 2.7 ERA in his last three starts and a 1-2 record. The Guardians are 9-4 with Ben Lively on the mound. He's gone under in three straight. Cleveland's won six of their last eight coming in, and they're also so you got Orioles 11-5 in their road series openers. Cleveland's 11-5 in their home series openers. Guardians have gone under in 12 of their last 15 games overall. We can get your plays in this one with the Orioles and the Guardians tonight with our little baseball schedule here. And I didn't see this. Thomas, he's so old he was wearing leather helmets. And like I said, I don't know what it's going to look like. I've been trying to, research it, see how many percentage of players are using the padded on their helmets. You can wear them in games in the NFL. I don't know if you can, but to me, I would think if these are such major safety improvements, as dumb as it might, I don't want to say dumb, it's not dumb at all to save your brain. This is the biggest issue that we're dealing with our favorite pastime now, pro football, is all of our heroes getting brain damage. So, if it is such a good advancement, maybe everybody should be wearing this goofy contraption on their helmets. Apparently, that's what they say with the science to it. It is a major upgrade. All right. Let me see if I have any. Where's Guardians for Justin? And Jermaine does like the under here with this one. And Luis likes the O's here. And let's see what Jermaine is saying there with the game there is that we saying last night? Valdez couldn't shut down a lineup. Is that the Pittsburgh game though? Or let's take that off there. Jermaine, sorry about that, Jermaine. Fernando on the under. Justin says Rogers going to get hit pretty hard. Kelvin's on the Orioles. Big baller 1069. Hello. Great to have you, my friend. Thanks. Haven't been a big baller stopped by before. He knows what's going on, but he wants to get his play out there. Thank you, big baller. Final. Hello, too, with humble and gentle Mexican. He's out here on the money line. That's me here. And good morning to Solo. Solo, I saw that, but I think that little, they didn't really, that was fake, right? I mean, there was a fight on the field and one of the quarterbacks, but it wasn't really, I thought that was fake, right? The Fields saying to Wilson, highest paid backup in the league. But there was a squabble, a fight at practice of the Steelers, but I thought it was some other guy. But it makes for a good storyline. I wanted to look into it more, but football camp tussles are just fun, actually, for the most part. Justin talking about Musetti here already. Tyler's on Cleveland. And AOD likes when it says final. Terrell says they look like the great Gazoo sitting on your shoulder. That's me and Terrell. We're not any spring chickens here. All right. Here, Darren talking about a little more basketball here today with Nigeria and France coming up. I took the over. That's all I can do, Darren. I will say this: the line is down to 16 here with the game with Nigeria and France, and the moves have been pretty solid in Olympics so far. So maybe I guess I'd have to lean towards Nigeria here to get the money in this one. It looked pretty decent here. Lively over 4.5 Ks. Okay, Timmy the Tulips here. Great to have Timmy. He says Rogers might have a little bit of a shake-up here. And let's see, Teresa's ready for that. I think that's a swimming though. I think that's what maybe she's on the swimming from last night. It looks like, but more chances for gold here today. And I think I had the medal count. U.S. finally made their way to the top here. China still got the most gold, I believe, but right now, U.S. I believe leads in the medal count currently with 30 medals here. 12 silver, 12 bronze. China, 11 gold. And, China, they're either gonna win or they're not. The China, I know they're testing these athletes. Some of them are getting complaining about over testing, but kind of funny, right? Some of the China, yeah, they've won 11 gold because they're going to be over the top when they win. Funny thing is, they've had a couple athletes in some competitions where they had, I don't want to say they were gold medal favorites. They had obviously, I don't know if they've cycled out, quote unquote, if you know what I mean, but they've had two performances in a couple of sports where someone who was very, very strong in their sport and had won like the highest level, maybe world championship or whatever their and they finished like dead last. And they were like, they won it before, but they're over the hill, I guess, or whatever they're doing. All right, over here for Dre. And yeah, Rogers has been pitching a little bit better there, I guess. Hey, Ronnie Elston here today. Good to have you here. Talking about those preseason camp fights. Always better when you get the other team involved, though, when you have the practices together. But, we got your team fight. It's supposed to be a little bit of a camaraderie. You got to have a little fight in the preseason. Get everybody together. All right. Nothing consensus, it feels like, here in this one. We're just taking our time, taking it easy today on the morning steam show in this one with the Orioles and the Guardians. Let me look at that total. I think it's 9.5 under 20 still. Give me the under. I'll take the under here in this one as my play. Yeah, maybe it is, Jermaine. I'm going for the under here too. Humble and gentle Mexican wants some Olympics action. We might have a few more plays here. I'll try to come up with something. Ramirez over total bases. Next up, Royals and Tigers with Lugo against Keter Montero here in this one. You have Kansas City $1.50 or so, 8.5 under 20. With Seth Lugo on the mound here in this one. Take a look here with these two. You got Lugo coming in with 3.12 ERA in his last 4 starts. Kansas City 8-3 with Lugo, and they're making a little bit of a run here. And again, Royals 3 wins in a row. Lugo's gone under in 6 straight starts. Royals have gone over in 5 of their last 7. They've won 6 straight series openers right now. For Keter Montero, hasn't been good so far. Started good, but since then, no. 3 straight losses after 3 straight wins. Well, they weren't wins for him. He's 0-3. The Tigers are 3-3 in his games, but 9.42 ERA in the last 3 starts for Montero. He's gone over in 5 of his last 6. He did pitch against start against, I believe, who is this? Cleveland back on July 8th. He pitched 6 1/3 shutout innings in that one. Detroit, they've gone 3-7 in their last 10. They've gone over in 8 of their last 12 games overall here. Royals and Tigers here today. Royals, I would imagine this is going to be a consensus play from the chat. I think. But maybe the price is too high for you guys. I don't know. I think the price is too high. The widely reported steam did come in on Detroit. Let's see what you guys have, though. I just have a feeling it's going to be here. Uh, okay, Justin, remember he had the lowdown there, but I kind of like the storyline better the way Solo was, and that's I saw a little, it looked like some fake news on the X machine, and let's see here. Montero not good. He's a Jermaine team total over here for Kansas City. Dre, Kansas City run line here. And what was it, Dre? Who was the athlete that had an incredible Olympic performance yesterday from Baltimore? Who is from Baltimore? Angel Reese is from Baltimore. That's not it. Oh man, some athlete at the Olympics did something awesome yesterday, and they're from. I thought. All right, let's see here. Nocturnal Vice is here. Nice to have Nocturnal Vice. I like that name. It sounds like something I'd be I'd be into. uh, Justin, okay, love it. uh, like what Justin's saying. I think it's could put it on the screen. It's certainly not uh, but uh, did see somebody yesterday talking about I don't know what he was talking about, but I saw him meeting with the Association of Black Journalists. All right, here's Curvin here, Kansas City on the super run line here. And yeah, good point, Terrell. But you know what? Actually, we've seen him for years, though, anyways. Here, people catch it on there. Talk about it. John says, give me the Royals here in this one. Chris Brady here. Kelvin, Kansas City run line. Teresa's got a lot of plays here, it looks like. Says, here's the thing, Teresa. I think, what's a good point with this here, even though you're just generalizing with these teams they run well this week. I think you're meaning coming up this weekend. Always something to look at in betting, you guys, which is a great bet each week, is betting the series between two teams. And, sometimes it's a 4-game series, but usually there's books that'll grade just the first 3 games, or maybe if you just like betting a 3-game series. I think series betting is actually underrated and probably not used enough. Trying to win 2 of 3 or the whole series. Justin going Royals team total. Here's more Kansas City run line, more Kansas City. Feels like it's going to be, does feel like a little bit of Kansas City here. And let's see. Oh, that's too bad, Justin. Oh, boy. Okay, got it. All right. All right, that'll do it for you guys there in this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and take Kansas City. This price is too high for a premium here, I believe, at $1.55 or so. Or look, I want to respect that steam on Detroit here, but I feel like Kansas City's in a pretty decent situation in a groove here against Montero. Maybe anybody else I might be willing to take. Computers screaming over here, take Detroit. This is a spot for Detroit. And uh, I agree. It is a spot for Detroit, but I just can't do it with Montero here right now. Sharps came in on Detroit. Maybe that's keeping the price a little bit down at $1.55 or so in total here, 8.5 under 15. All right, Tim Humphrey, nice to have you here as well. Thomas says Kansas City run line is a consensus play. I'll just roll with the money line because I'm a little like I said. I think Detroit is supposed to be the play here, but I just can't do it. My algorithm says that this is the spot to take Detroit, and that steam might prove it, but I'm going to take Kansas City. You guys take them on the run line. Let's roll with Kansas City. We only got 5 games. I want the winners today. All right. Oh, gang. Okay, next up here, the sleep gets in your eyes. with the Marlins and Meyer here going. This is Max Meyer, right? I always get these two Meyers going up against Charlie Morton, a $2 favorite here, total 8.5. I think that's where we're hanging out here at this point for sure. $2 favorite here for the Braves today. Against the Marlins for Meyer. He does have a 2-0 record in his four starts so far, a 3-1 record for the Marlins when Meyer is pitching. They did have one start against Atlanta, 6 innings pitched, 1 run allowed. The Marlins have won 8 of their last 13 coming in, and they've gone over in 18 of their last 25 games. They've also gone 8-5 in their last, or I'm sorry, 4-13 in their road series openers. For Morton here, he's got a 7.0 ERA in his last 4 starts and an 0-2 record. Atlanta just 5-10 with Morton on the mound. Does have a 13-6 career record against Miami, but that's long term. Braves won 4 out of their last 5. They're 11-6, and there are 17 home series openers this season. And the Braves have gone under in 22 of their last 33 games. So a little bit of opposite there. One team's an over, one team's an under. Your plays right now. This one with the Marlins and the Braves in the chat. Let's see who we got. With Thomas wants the money line dice to make the pick on the game. I'm going under, Thomas. In the football game, I should say. Here's Darren on the Marlins. Here, John says Braves can't be messing around here at this point. Justin here with a prop says Soler going over the bases. Justin also maybe Marlins here. And Luis wants to go under. We talked about the steam that came in on the under. I want to go under as well. I think in this one here with the Marlins and the Braves here today. I will say this, the Marlins on those overs. I mean, they are definitely coming in. It's crazy that the Marlins play these overs here a little bit, but I'm going to try the under as my play here in this one with Meyer and Morton. Jermaine says way under. All right. Miami has won. I'm sorry, the Braves have pretty strong dominance right now of the Miami Marlins. The Braves have won 13 of their last 14 games against the Marlins. When they're favored, I guess they were an underdog somewhere in there in a game. Actually, I don't know how that could have been, but 13-1 for the Braves. Win favorite at home against the Marlins. Usually they're a big favorite like this, so it's not a huge surprise, but that's still a pretty dominant record in baseball for sure. Tyler on the Marlins, though. Kerbin's on Atlanta. Timmy says, how about a Nerfy? Ramon, we only got 5 games. Let's roll a little Nerfy action here. You got Meyer, he's perfect so far. 4 games, no first inning runs allowed. Morton, he's not great. 5 for 19. Thank you, Jeremy. That's probably what it was. All right, next up, Cardinals and Cubs here with Gray and Imanaga in this one with Gray coming in a 6.75 ERA in his last 4 starts. Cardinals are 6-2 on the road with Sonny Gray this season. Sonny Gray has gone over in 6 of his last 7 starts overall. Cards have won 3 of 4 coming in. They've lost 6 straight series openers. Imanaga got it going on again a little bit. 2.52 ERA in his last 4 starts. The Cubs still 14-4 with Imanaga as the starting pitcher this season. He's gone under in 12 of his 18 starts. He had a start back on June 15th against these Cardinals. 7 innings pitched, 1 run allowed. Cubs have dropped 9 of their last 15. They're also 4-9 in their last 13 home series openers. Cubs have gone under in 9 of their last 12 games overall. Your plays are welcome here with the Cardinals and the Cubs. The Cubs have gone under in 9 straight games at home. And maybe we'll get a few comments here from you guys. Cardinals and Cubs. Tyler going Cubs, money line and over. Thomas wants to go with a little nerfy action here with the Cardinals today. For Gray, he's 4 for 19. That's just okay, I guess. But Imanaga, he's one of the best in the major leagues. 18 starts, just one time has he given up a first inning run. Luis is going under here today. Let's see. Jermaine says he'll try the Cards today. He's gonna. I think that means strong lean on the under, not a string lean. I think I'm reading it as strong for Jermaine. Ronnie Elston here will take the Cubs. Nocturnal Vice says going to go nerfy and under for a little correlation. And Curvin also a nerfy here in this one. Cubs and Cards today. What am I going to do here? I can go two ways. I don't think we're going to. Yeah, I got you, Jermaine. I knew it was strong. So, all right. What are we going to do here in this one today? Look, I think the Cubs are going to. I thought the Cubs. Let me see how it went. Curvin was on the Cubs there. Like I said, I guess it wasn't very strong. I thought the public would be heavy on the Cubs here, actually, maybe to get this one with Imanaga today. I'm going to go under as my play here on the morning steam. It's been a while since I've loaded up on all unders here, and maybe that's why we haven't been able to crush them. Okay, I've got one more game. I feel bad here, but hey, at least we spent an hour together today with the Rockies and the Angels here in this one. And boy, I whiffed on this one. I can't zig when I'm supposed to zag type of series here. It feels like for me with the Rockies, and that's the way it probably should be with these two crummy teams here. How dare they ruin our baseball schedule here by trying to play this game tonight? All right, you got Feltner, you got Fulmer. And unfortunately, with a limited action of sports, this is our featured game here because the football game will probably be already into the fourth quarter or something by the time this thing is going. So, all right, we still got a late game tonight here. Rockies and Angels. Feltner's got a 5 ERA in his last 5 starts and an 0-4 record. Rockies are 3-12 with Fulmer on the mound. They've dropped 6 of their last 8. They've gone over in 8 of their last 11 games. For Fulmer, he's got 3.68 ERA in his last 3 starts. He's made 3 starts actually so far. Has Fulmer. Angels have dropped 4 of 6. They've gone under in 6 of 9. There's not much interesting here, it feels like, with this series here. Colorado, though, they can't win 2 in a row on the road. I know that. They've lost 7 straight after a road win. Coming off of a road win, 0-7 last 7 games. I mean, that's going to happen when you're just not a very good team. So, okay, let's get your plays here in this one, then get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for joining me today. And Fernando might take the Rockies again. There's Bellinger, prop over there. Let's see. In that other, okay. Timmy the Tulip under first 5 here, it looks like. Darren says he'll try the Angels. I tried the Angels last night. Oh, boy. Jermaine here on the Orioles, maybe here. And Chris Brady talking about a little movement in that football game. And Luis is on the Rockies. Ronnie says Rockies and Angels did well last night with hitting the under in the first 5. And Justin's on the Angels. Juice is on the Rocks. Nobody knows what anybody's doing here in this one. I figured it'd probably be a toss-up in the chat here, and who wants to take a stand. Who wants to take a stand? And since I blew it yesterday with the Angels, I'll just play him here on the morning steam as my play with Fulmer at home. I'll try the Angels. With Jermaine's on the Angels too. Justin's on them. So It's a garbage game, says Tyler. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me on the show here today. Hey, there's one game tonight in the Carla Football League. Where's Carla here today? It's the BC Lions going up against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Now, I did see the uh, injury information here for uh, Winnipeg. I think I saw. Let me see if here I get this uh, up here real quick. I think I do like BC here laying these points on the road right now, given the situation currently with the Blue Bombers. Obviously, they've been a huge disappointment so far this season at 2-6. The still Blue Bombers defense to me can be okay here, but I just feel like at -5 or so here. It was 3.5, so I'm going to take BC in this one. I'm going to take, in fact, let me see here. I think I'm going to go BC and the over as my play. It's at 50. That might even be at 51 right now. Give me BC in the over as my play tonight in the CFL here. Like I said, I think Winnipeg, their defense probably is not getting the respect that they deserve because it looks so bad so far. But, you got Vernon Adams here right now. He's really lighting it up. And I would imagine with Hollins, with McInnes, who's been on fire here of late. Let's see, was it last game? Well, he only had 3 receptions, but of course, that game before the win against Saskatchewan, McInnes, 14 receptions on his 14 targets from Adams, 243 yards, and the game before that, 10 receptions for 140 yards. So Justin McInnes has been on fire here of late. It's just at Winnipeg. Like I said, I think they still have a little bit of defense going on. Caleros, I think he is in, last I saw. And look, if they can, they got Oliveira. If they can keep the ball a little bit, that's going to be their best chance to get the money. But other than that, I really question whether they have any threats. To get to the end zone enough times maybe to cover the spread. I would guess Wilson could get a touchdown, maybe Dembski, but I think the Lions have too much right now. I'm going to go Lions and over here. I think Caleros will still be chucking, and maybe they'll be behind here. So if you guys did anything in CFL today, let me know. Terrell, I'll help you out, Terrell. You don't worry about that with me. You just tell me what you need because of Braves and Angels game. I went on the show. All right. That's going to do it. Oh, yep. That's what we did. Fernando, thank you for some League Cup action here today. There are, I think, 3 or 4 games in League's Cup. The CONCACAF, we used to call it the CONCACAF Champions League when I was a kid. 4 games: Querétaro at Cincinnati, Atlas and Salt Lake, Chicago and Toluca, Colorado and Portland here. I'll roll with, Fernando a little bit, and maybe I'll make a few picks as well. Timmy, thank you. Thanks, everybody, for joining me here on the Morning Steam. I think I probably could roll out some more sports, but let's just make it a short 1-hour show today. I really appreciate everybody coming in by. We'll pick it up tomorrow with a much bigger show on Friday and preview the weekend. Get rolling here. Talk about what happened in football. Hey, I'm watching right now. Paul and Alcaraz. Alcaraz won that first set, and right now, Paul leading the second set, but Alcaraz, he's trying to keep it on serve. Looks like we're going to a tiebreak here in the second set, but Paul is hanging in there certainly right now. What did I know I took Paul +3. Okay, well, we got a chance here. I think we do. All right, it's going to do it here for the Morning Steam. Oh, I need Paul to hang in there and do at least. Alcaraz going to get this one, maybe. All right, let's wrap it up. Thanks, everybody, for joining me here on the Morning Steam. Catch you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Joseph Alvarado, nice to see you as well. For Tony'sPicks.com, I'm Ramon Scott. So long, everybody.
Ramon SEO. To the double TV funneling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and